Hey everyone, Florence here, and today's video is gonna be for you if you're seeking a transformation in your life. You've been exhausted, you've been tired, but now no more. You don't want to take it anymore. You're really looking for change, for growth, and you've been really taking care of yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong, training, eating well is essential for your wellness and for your growth. But I feel like a lot of people forget about the spiritual aspect of life, and there's a lot of things that interfere with us without us even knowing it happens because we don't see it. So what you're gonna gain from this video is some essential technique that you can apply to your routine every day that are gonna be essential for your growth, for your transformation, so you don't feel exhausted anymore, so you don't feel tired, and you have energy for days. You feel alive and aligned within yourself, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it. Just for your information, I've been manifesting everything that I wanted in my life already. I had to literally create a new list of things that I wanted because I was done with the first list I had. So I've been crazy about energetic work for 6 years now. It's been everything that I've been thinking about. I also followed a lot of certification. I've been learning from mentors, getting some tantric courses as well to learn more about energy, and my goal is really to help people growing spiritually and help them find their inner light so they can get into the best version of themselves. Now that you know more about me, let's get into it. I want to give you some technique so you can cleanse spiritually and remove all this heaviness so you feel light and bright. The best way to cleanse yourself spiritually is by removing those energetic cords that are attached to you and other people. So you know that everyone is interconnected, but we often gonna create this energetic cord once you get a connection with someone and you're open to someone else. But this cord can be either good or either bad, or the more you go into your life, sometimes this cord doesn't resonate with you anymore, so you don't really need it in your life. But sometimes you're gonna get stuck with one person, especially that you create a really good connection, and this cord just get super long, super tense, and for some reason it won't remove because you're still very attached. There's something that is not finished with that person, so this cord is just not gonna remove itself. So that's why it's important to remove all your cords that are attached to you every day, so you make sure you're not connected to those who are not for your highest good, that no longer align with your purpose in life. Now, if you want an example of a cord that is not removing itself, so if you've been sharing intimacy with your partner and now you're not with this partner anymore, you broke up. Well, you and this partner really sharing a big energetic cord because you've been opening up to each other, sharing intimacy, but now you're still going on your path, but that person is going into another path. So that person is not aligning anymore. So that person is gonna, because if the cord is not removed and you still didn't finish what you had to finish with that person, then that person is gonna go there, but then automatically that person is gonna bring you with them in their path. It's not gonna be the same path, but it's gonna be sort of related. That's why you need to cut this cord, because if that person is going into that path and you don't want to go into that path anymore, you're really trying to go into your path, but it's not working because it gets you tired. It gets you tired because you're still attached to that other person that is trying to go into that other path while you're still trying to get into your path, but you need to remove that cord so you can let that person go into their path and you can really focus on your path and attract other people that are circling around you instead of going with that person who's over there now. He's far gone. Well, let him be with his person, and then you are connected with other core that are more around your circle. And if you want to have another example, I have this one, and these example really it really happened to me, and I remember that I had this cord attached to my heart, and this cord was starting to be painful, and I was doing this energetic cord. I was just in Sedona and I was trying to remove all these cords, and I was ready. I was ready for this cord to be cut. I was trying to hold on, and sometimes you are trying to hold on to this cord, and because you're not ready to let go, but just to let go is gonna make you feel more free, is gonna liberate you so you can really transform into the version you want. So cutting this cord is essential. Sometimes we're scared, but what's gonna happen for us in our life is gonna be for the highest good for us. So holding on to things that doesn't align with you anymore is not for your highest good. And if that person wants to come back, then that person can come back by itself, by himself, or life's gonna push you back together. But if it's not meant to be and if it's draining you, you need to remove this cord. And I have this other example as well of things that happened to me, so you can guys relate. But if you make a friend and that person lives in California, you live in New York City, so you have 2 time zone, okay? But you met into a festival and that you really shared like a really good connection with that person, but now that person become your closest friend, but then your closest friend lives in California, you live in New York City. So what happened is you're really connected with an energetic cord, but this energetic cord can really annoys you because it can make you not sleep, because that person's gonna sleep at night and you're gonna sleep during the daytime for them. So it's gonna be all reverse. So this cord is not good for you. So you need to cut it before you go to bed to make sure you're not connected to that person while you're sleeping, because that person is awake. So it can ruin your sleep because you guys are too connected to each other. Anyway, there's so many type of example I could give you guys, but even if you feel, sometimes you feel insecure, you feel anxious, and you're like, ooh, I don't feel like it belongs to me because I never used to feel like that. But that person you met at that festival, maybe that person is not going through a good time and now you're picking up on them. So you don't want to stay attached to those people all the time. You really want to make sure you clear yourself spiritually and you fill yourself up with light so you feel aligned within yourself and aligned with what's highest, for the highest good of all and for the highest good of yourself. Okay, I feel like I gave enough example about cutting cord, but if you have more question or some example you want to talk about, just write it in the comments so I can help you more with these, because I know it's a subject that it's kind of like you don't see it, so unless you feel it and you live it, then you can really understand. But before that, if you never really experience it, then it's kind of like hard to grasp this idea of energetic cord. So if you have more questions, don't hesitate, just ask me and I'll do my best to answer you in the comment to help you get more clarity on this. Now, the best technique that I found to clear these cords, so there's a couple, but the one that I like the most is, what I do is I'm always going to do a scan of my body with my hand, either my hand or either just by visualization. But I start and I go to the back of my head and I remove all these cords. I detach them from my body and I really believe, I really set the intention of cutting those cords, and I ask my spirit guide to help me with this. And I'm really being intentional, because it's all about being intentional when you do spiritual work, because it's the mind, the body, they're so strong, they do all the work. So you really need to be mindful, really need to be intentional while you do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really cut all these cords that are attached to me, remove all the one that does not serve me anymore, and I'm gonna send them to the earth with love. And I'm gonna scan all my body just like this, remove in the earth with love. You can also visualize your cord falling off your body, like dissolving, and while you do it, you're gonna feel a sense of freedom, liberation. It kind of feel good. And you can also do it, what I like to do is I like to do it before I go to bed, and I like to do it also in the morning before I wake up, so I know I'm all fresh. And every time you do it, you really need to put the intention when you remove all these cords to replenish yourself with light. Replenish yourself with light imagine a bright white light or golden, any type of color going through all your body to really replenish your body. Don't forget to keep the one that are helping you, because there's some that are really helping you out. I know I really talk a lot about the energetic cord as the best way of cleansing yourself spiritually, because when you don't have so much grass, you can really not go in nature, you kind of stuck somewhere. I used to work on boats, so I didn't have so many places I could like do all these like spiritual things, so I really need to find it a way that was easy, that I could use every day, that didn't require me anything because I didn't have anything. So this one is the main that I love for me, and that really find that it works best. And the other type of technique that I love to do to cleanse myself spiritually is to just use all the element of nature. So water, just take a shower, go swim in the sea, go swim in a lake, even go in a pool. I feel like the pool is not as natural except if it's a pool with sea salt, but just cleansing yourself like with water, washing yourself, it just wash everything off. So in the morning, the first thing you want to do, because you've been sleeping next to someone, or when you sleep like a lot of things can attach to you, so the first thing you want to do in the morning as well, just go wash yourself, wash everything off that happened during the night, so you can start fresh your day. And even at night, if you want to rinse quick, you don't need to wash your hair or do all these things, just like washing yourself with water, it's a really good way of cleansing spiritually, and it doesn't cost anything, and it's like super easy. And same as walking in nature, going like grounding on a rock or touching a tree, exchange energy with a tree. These are the best way of cleansing spiritually, because you're in touch with nature, you using nature for your spiritual self, like it just, the energy transferring to you from the tree just cleanse yourself automatically and remove all even technologies, radiation. The last technique I really love to use is by meditation. I think if you want to have presence and be connected to your body, going back to yourself, doing a meditation can really make you feel like you are just within yourself, so nobody really have access to you, because you're so tuned in, so focused inward. And you can even like create like a bubble, or what I like to do, there's a lot of people talking about like building a bubble around yourself, but what I like to do is I really like to focus on my heart and imagine my heart just building like a shield around me of light, so I can just, anything that comes to me, they're just like love radiating from me, so nothing really can access me because I'm just pure love. If you're already on the spiritual path, these techniques can be super beneficial, can really help you tune in even more within yourself to allow you to grow spiritually. And if you've been working with energy, it could be you can get it, those techniques faster, but if you've never been working with energy and you don't really know how to do it, then book a one-on-one healing with me, and I'll be happy to do a healing with you and teach you some tools at the same time, help you tap into your own energy so you can learn more and you can have access to this energy that you already have within yourself, so it can be easier for you to apply it to your routine every day. Hope you like this video, so if you want to subscribe or share, that will be amazing. And if you have more questions, just ask me anything, just comment and I'll be happy to answer you in the best way I can so you understand. I'll have more video coming up soon, so stay tuned and I'll see you soon.